The bereaved Tshuma family, the First Lady Mnangagwa, the Vice President, Honorable General Retired Dr. C.D.G.N. Chiwenga, the Vice President, Honorable General Retired Dr. K.C.D. Mohadi, Chairman of ZANU-PF and Minister of Defense, Honorable O.C.Z. Mchinguri Kashiri, the Minister of State for Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Charles Tabengwa, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers who are here, the Speaker of Parliament, Advocate J.F.N. Denda, the President of the Senate, Amai M. Chinamona, the Chief Justice, Honorable A. Gwaunza, Politburo and Central Committee members, the President of the National Chiefs Council, Honorable Senator Muchana Kumalo, the Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Rushwaya, Chairman of the Public Service Commission, Dr. Vincent Ungwe, Commander, Zimbabwe Defense Forces, General E. Matatu, service chiefs who are here, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Mayor of the City of Harare, His Worship Councillor J. Mafume, veterans of the liberation struggle, senior government officials, my dear fellow mourners, comrades, and friends. We gather at this sacred shrine, the national heroes Acre, to inter a loyal, patriotic, gallant son of the soil and a veteran of the armed liberation struggle, Brigadier General Retired Donald Silundi Tshuma. Comrade Silundi, as he was known during the armed liberation struggle, he passed on the 15th of May 2026 at the age of 71. The late national hero served our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe, with honor and distinction prior to independence, and thereafter in the defense forces until his retirement. He was a disciplined and distinguished military officer who provided exemplary leadership within our armed forces. On behalf of our Revolutionary Mass Party, ZANU-PF, the nation, government, and on my own behalf, I once again express my deepest and heartfelt condolences to the Tshuma family. As we mourn with you the loss of a beloved son, father, and relative, we collectively honor his heroic contribution to the Republic of Zimbabwe. He endured the weighty responsibility of armed liberation struggle and national assignments with bravery and steadfast commitment. It is therefore befitting that we inter our national hero alongside luminaries of our country at this sacred national shrine. My dear monarchs, the life of Brigadier General retired Donald Silundi Tshuma is a template of persistent patriotism and loyalty, which should be emulated. He was born on 12th July 1955 in Kai district. The late national hero faced the perilous conditions at the height of Rhodesian brutalities. He made a life-threatening decision to fight the oppressive colonial regime of Ian Smith by joining Zimbabwe African Union's ZAPU. In no time, his leadership traits were evident, which resulted in his appointment as the district organizing secretary for Gwabalanda in the ZAPU Youth League. He played a critical role towards mobilizing the youth to join the armed liberation struggle. His activities made him a person of interest and a target of the Rhodesian Special Branch. In 1976, he escaped through Botswana en route to Zambia to join the armed liberation struggle. He completed his initial military training at Mwembeshi, where he learned the art of war as well as the reality that freedom would not be given on a silver platter, but end through blood and sacrifice. At the end of his training, he was deployed along the Zambezi River on our border with Zambia, with duties that included reconnaissance and surveillance operations, as well as route protection for cadres crossing into and out of Rhodesia. In 1978, the late general officer was part of cadres led by the late national hero, General Lookout Masuku, that were sent to Libya for further military training. Whilst acknowledging and respecting all forms of religions, but conscious of their identity, the group could not undertake the training owing to a set preconditions. This was a bold statement which demonstrated that we are a people with our own culture, our own norms, values, and our own identity. Colonialism tried to belittle our languages and peddle narratives that claimed our history began in 1890, as the white supremacists disregarded that we were proud and self-reliant and sophisticated civilization prior to their invasion and the theft of our land. The late Comrade Tshuma and his generation deconstructed such falsehoods. Their fight restored our history, restored our dignity, identity, and our destiny. Under the Second Republic, we continue to honor our rich liberation armed heritage by recognizing our heroes, teaching our customs, and promoting our languages, as well as protecting the sacred sites of this country. Nyika igotongwa igona matigwa. Hallelujah. Nation building entails daily patriotic acts by all of us, province by province, community by community. Let us always remember that a nation without an identity and culture is like a tree without roots. In 1979, the late national hero, Brigadier General retired Tshuma, went to the then USSR for further military training. At ceasefire, he returned home to serve. He was attested into the Zimbabwe National Army and posted to 19 Infantry Battalion. During his illustrious service, he fought in the Mozambique and DRC campaigns. Under a United Nations mission, he was deployed to South Sudan as an observer. In honor of his service and leadership, the late general officer was awarded the Liberation Medal, the Independence Medal, the 10 Years Service Medal, the Long and Exemplary Service Medal, the Mozambican Campaign Medal, the DRC Campaign Medal, and the Commander of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit Medal. In his remembrance and that of other departed heroes and heroines, I challenge us all to give the best service to our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. Their sacrifice is the foundation upon which Zimbabwe stands as a truly independent state, controlling its resources and charting its own destiny. Our late national hero, Brigadier General retired Tshuma, stayed the course, and together with his generation, they remain committed to see a prosperous Zimbabwe, where communities have a higher quality of life. In this regard, it is critically important that sector by sector, we must take pride and celebrate the evident success milestones we have achieved. The prevailing macroeconomic stability is not accidental. It is a result of our collective discipline, our resilience, our focus, and our unity of peoples. Our economy remains on an irreversible growth trajectory, expected at 5% growth in 2026. Following a 6.6% rebound in 2025. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, the World Bank, and United Nations Economic Commission for Africa all confirm this trend. The positive results of our policies are undeniable as we continue with our transition from recovery to acceleration. Energy, transport, water and information communication technology infrastructure is growing at a steady pace. Mining is the backbone of our economy, with earnings reaching US $7 billion in 2025. And the while focus has now shifted to local beneficiation and value addition. Let me reiterate that my administration will continue to implement responsive policies for broad-based empowerment and wealth creation. Reforms in the mining sector, particularly with regards to the small-scale mining of gold, will see the participation of more locals in this particular sector. Our agriculture sector is growing and improving national food security and sovereignty. My fellow countrymen and mourners, to the youth, I want to highlight that the late national hero, Comrade Tshuma, was your age when he crossed into Zambia to liberate our country. We are now enjoying peace, independence, and freedom as a result of the sacrifices of our forebears. I challenge you, therefore, to defend our revolution and reject those who want to use you as tools to denigrate your motherland, Zimbabwe. Choose to be part of those building our nation as entrepreneurs across all sectors, including the digital space and in laboratories and on our God-given land. The modernization, industrialization, and the realization of Vision 2030 is ours together. To Brigadier General Retired Donald Silundi Tshuma, I say, go well, son of the soil. You served your motherland, Zimbabwe. You ran a good race and fought a good fight. Today, Zimbabwe says to you, thank you. Thank you. Your professional and exceptional patriotism, your loyalty, your consistency and persistency are praiseworthy and worthy of emulation. The flag you defended shall continue to fly high, and the flame of the People's Revolution shall burn internally. As Zimbabweans, from Plum Tree to Mtare, by the bridge to Chirundu, we are clear of this weighty obligation. Under my leadership, this sacred path will never be abandoned. Under the current fourth Umrenga, the revolution continues. Lala ngokutula qawe lamaqawe. Zorora murugare gamba ramagamba. Go well, son of the soil. May your dearly departed soul rest in eternal peace. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. Thank you.